Hello, welcome back to the channel, guys. We're going to continue our coverage of the World Cup Qualifiers November edition with Conmebol, where Brazil and Argentina can secure their spots to the Qatar World Cup. After this edition, can Ecuador and Colombia solidify their spots in third and fourth place to get those automatic spots? Are Uruguay in danger of not qualifying to the World Cup? Can Bolivia, Paraguay, Chile, Peru get into the race for the fifth and third, fourth spots, and Venezuela at the bottom who have really no shot? But we're going to find all about this after this edition of the World Cup Qualifiers November edition. And if you're new around here, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let me know your predictions in the comment section down below. Let's get to the predictions. So guys, before we get into the predictions, we're going to look at the standings of the Conmebol World Cup Qualifiers. Brazil are in first place with only one draw, 10 wins, 0 losses on 31 points. After this window, they can possibly secure their spot. If they win their next match and Ecuador fail to win, or Colombia and Uruguay fail to win, Brazil will secure their spot to the Qatar World Cup. Argentina on 25 points. They have already an 8-point edge over Ecuador and have played one less game. We're going to see if that game is even going to be played between Brazil and Argentina. Time will tell. Ecuador, Colombia, and Uruguay are in third, fourth, and fifth spot, all separated by 1 point. Chile, after having a good window, having back-to-back wins on 13 points. Bolivia have picked up back-to-back wins on 12 points. Paraguay on 12 points, and they sacked their manager. Peru on 11 points, and Venezuela on 7 points. So Venezuela are pretty much out of it. But Peru, Paraguay, Bolivia, Chile, Uruguay, Colombia, Ecuador are all separated by 6 points. So this could get very, very interesting after this November edition. And with only 4 matches left, anything is possible. So we still have 6 teams still vying for positions, or actually 7 teams, excuse me. But let's get to the matches. And we have first off match day 13, where the first match we're going to talk about is Ecuador versus Venezuela. This is pretty much an easy win for Ecuador, let's be honest here. Even though they did not call up Ener Valencia, I believe, it should still be an easy victory. Venezuela are just so poor away from home. They haven't won any games away from home in a long, long time in World Cup qualifiers, Conmebol edition. So this is going to be a 3-0 win for Ecuador. Then we have Paraguay versus Chile, and this could be interesting since the last match in the last edition of the World Cup qualifiers in October, Chile they didn't destroy Paraguay, but it was a 2-0 win and very comfortable, and Paraguay have just been absolutely terrible recently. And now they sacked their manager Berizzo after they lost 4-0 away to Bolivia. That was just the last straw. And in comes in Scoletto, the former Boca Juniors LA Galaxy manager. He's got a massive job at his hands, trying to get some goal scoring from these guys. You know, Almiron hasn't done well at all recently. Sanabria, obviously from Torino, hasn't really done either well for country. So he's got to get some goal scoring from somewhere. Where is it going to come from? Time will tell. Maybe Angel Romero can provide some offense. Chile, on the other hand, have now looked a little bit like the old Chile, and I'm telling you, this guy Ben Brereton from Blackburn Rovers has been the difference for Chile. He really has been the difference because he's added that goal scoring youth to the team. Because let's see if then Alexis Sanchez, who got a goal against Sheriff Tiraspol, can also provide that. And Eduardo Vargas, I think, is now back in the squad. So if Chile can beat Paraguay, it's looking good for Chile to make it back to the World Cup. It's looking like it. It's looking like it. But this is a massive game for Paraguay. They have got to win this because they have not looked good at all away from home. I'm going to go on the fence here. I'm going to say a 1-1 draw between Paraguay and Chile. Then we have Brazil versus Colombia. Colombia and Brazil drew obviously 0-0, but Brazil had so many chances in that game. So many chances to win the game. But Colombia are going to make life difficult. But it's in Brazil. It's in Corinthians Arena. I'm going to go with the 2-0 win for Brazil. They have just been absolutely fantastic in Conmebol World Cup qualifiers. Then we have Peru versus Bolivia. Now, Bolivia, we know they're a very good home team. Away from home, they can't win a game. Even though they drew away with Chile, away with Paraguay, it doesn't really matter. Peru have got to win this game. We talked about how Peru now are at second bottom of the group, and they have some tough matches coming up, Peru. I'm going to go with a 3-1 win here for Peru. Even though it's going to be a tough game, Bolivia are looking much better, but it's not in La Paz, so I'm going to go with a Peru win, 3-1. Then we have Uruguay versus Argentina, and here we go. After Argentina destroyed Uruguay 3-0 in Buenos Aires, oh my God, this is going to get interesting because Uruguay are in a very, very tough position here. They have looked absolutely terrible in their last 2 games, getting thumped. They drew with Colombia 0-0. Okay, they should have won the game. They got thumped by Argentina 3-0. They got destroyed by Brazil in the Amazon in Manaus 4-1. So, what is this Uruguay squad? What is their game plan? Will Edison Cavani start up top with Luis Suarez? I don't know. But at home, they're a good squad, Uruguay. They're a good squad at home. Argentina have only won once in Montevideo in a very long time, I believe. It's been only one win in like the last 30 something years that they had a win, and that was under Diego Maradona in 2009, where they had to win the game to qualify to the World Cup. So it's a tough place for Argentina to go to. They're very close neighbors. Uruguay have got to win this game. If they don't win this game and they go away to La Paz, man, this is troubling times for Oscar Taberes' side, because Uruguay have not looked good. They have not looked good in the last two games. Argentina are okay away from home. It's in Montevideo, or maybe in Montevideo. I'm not too sure. I'm going to go with a very scrappy 1-0 win for Uruguay. Even though I'm an Argentina fan, I just think that Uruguay has something more to play in this game. Argentina are comfortable, but I'm going to go with the Uruguay 1-0 win. I think Oscar Taberes is going to get a win here and get Uruguay their campaign back on track. Then we move on to match day 14. Already 14 matches played. Then we have Bolivia versus Uruguay. Now. We know it's in La Paz. We know it's going to be a difficult environment for Uruguay to go to. Even though Uruguay have done well recently in La Paz, they won in the last World Cup qualifiers 2-0, but before that they had been beaten 4-1, drew 2-2, and they beat them. So it's been a struggle for Uruguay to go away to La Paz. And we know Bolivia have done very, very well recently in their home stadium, only losing to Argentina, Ecuador. Otherwise, they have drawn with Colombia. They beat Paraguay. They beat Peru. They beat Venezuela. So Bolivia, if they want to have a chance of qualifying to the World Cup, they got to beat Uruguay. Now, in Montevideo, I'm going to talk about this, guys. It's on sea level. You're going to travel then to altitude in La Paz. Bolivia players are going to be more used to that sort of conditions compared to the Uruguay players. People don't. If you want to take it serious, go to 3,000 feet above sea level. It is harsh. It is very harsh to run around then for 90 minutes. That's why Bolivia do so well at home. It's just the altitude, really. It really is. It's not because they have better players. Even though they have some decent players, we know that because we always talk about Marcelo Martins, the god of Bolivia football, 34 years old and still scoring like crazy. But still, I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Bolivia. I just think so. Uruguay are not very good away from home, and Bolivia are very good at home. So 2-1 win for Bolivia. It's a bit of a shock, but yeah. Then we have Venezuela versus Peru, and if Peru want to qualify to the World Cup, they have got to win this game. We know Venezuela are pretty decent at home. They've been Ecuador at home. They've been Chile at home. They drew with Uruguay 0-0. So Venezuela are going to make life difficult. Peru have been struggling away from home. They've only been Ecuador 2-1 away. But this is a glorious chance for Peru to get back-to-back wins against Bolivia at home and Venezuela away. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Peru. I think they're going to get their campaign back on track and qualify to back-to-back World Cups. Then we have Colombia versus Paraguay. I think Colombia are just a good squad at home. For Paraguay, not very good away from home, like I talked about. Not a very good team away from home. I'm going to go with a Colombia win here, and I'm going to say 3-0. I think it's going to be a thrashing. 3-0 for Colombia. Luis Diaz to get a couple goals. I love that player. I think he's an absolute baller, and he showed it at the Copa America. Then we have the big one. The big one. It is Argentina versus Brazil. All right. Remember the last time these two teams played? It didn't even get played because of the whole freaking COVID issue, and hopefully that does not happen again. I doubt it will, because it was just the whole Brazilian authorities and Argentina players. It was just a whole mess at the same time. And that's why it's Conmebol and why we love it. You just don't know what the heck you're going to get on a match day in Conmebol. But let's talk about then just stylistically of these two teams. Argentina are going to make life difficult for Brazil. Now, is this going to be more Argentina are going to sit back like they did in the Copa America and then create some goals, and with Di Maria scoring an absolute beauty in the Copa America final? Or is Brazil going to sit back a little bit more and hit them on the counterattack with Neymar, Vinicius Jr., Anthony, Gabriel Jesus? Midfield battle, we have Rodrigo de Paul versus Casemiro, Fred, Fabinho. There's a lot of great one-on-one matches here and a lot of interesting matchups. Maybe I will do a more in-depth match preview of this game, because this is going to be a big game, because I think Brazil and Argentina could both secure their spots after this game, actually. So for now, Argentina are very good at home. They're very, very good at home. I think they've won all their games so far. They have only drawn with Chile and Paraguay 1-1. For Brazil, they have drawn 0-0, 1-2-0, 1-1. So they're unbeaten away from home. They're only drawn at Colombia. So both teams are undefeated at home and away. This is a tough game because both teams are good. Copa America final, it was very dirty. Very, very dirty. I woke up at 1 a.m. to watch the game here in Finland, and I was just like, wow, this is Conmebol in a nutshell. I love it. For now, this prediction might change. I'm going to go with the 2-1 win for Argentina. I think they want to prove something to Brazil that, hey, it wasn't just a one-off game. We can beat you in back-to-back games. And I think that will send a good statement in their chances of maybe winning the World Cup next year, Argentina. But yeah. And then we have Chile versus Ecuador. Ecuador do not fumble the bag again. You fumbled the bag for the 2018 World Cup qualifiers. Do not do it again. They are not the greatest away from home Ecuador. They have only one win away from home, and that was against Bolivia 3-2. Otherwise, they have lost every game pretty much and drawn once with Colombia near knowing, which was a pretty crazy game. For Chile, they have done pretty well at home. Their only loss was against Brazil, but everybody loses to Brazil at home. So I'm going to go actually with a Chile win here. I think Brereton and Sanchez will get goals. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Chile. But that is my predictions, guys, for the World Cup Qualifiers Conmebol edition in November. You guys let me know your predictions in the comment section down below. And do not forget, I will be having live streams where I will be discussing about the games and discussing about the next games coming up in Matchday 14 and 15, all that sort of stuff. So check out the live streams when they do come. Remember to like and subscribe. Have a beautiful day. Let me know your predictions in the comment section down below. Have a beautiful day, guys. Stay safe and adios.